Hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho. Hello.
The music got louder for a second.
I like that it
when I was pressing it lower.
Yeah, it felt like it had its own mind there for me.
It did.
I was like, it's gonna go.
It wanted Dale to keep dancing. Those of you listening to the podcast version of this, how would I describe your dance, Dale?
I'm articulating.
Yeah, you're articulating. It's very handsy.
Handsy.
Yeah, you're offering out to the world your dance.
Handsy articulation, y'all. Today on the Hype Night.
Welcome to Hype Night, everybody.
Welcome to Hype Night. Oh my gosh.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
It might be special sports maybe happening.
I think so. I don't watch a lot of the sports, but I hear there's some sports happening.
The sports are happening,
yes.
But one eye here, one eye somewhere else. That's it.
Right. You can multitask with Hype Night.
Yeah,
we're advocates of this.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So, yay. If you haven't been to Hype Night before, welcome. This is a show that Melissa and I decided to put together to bring on some amazing and wonderful women and just hype them of all their accomplishments and wonderfulness.
Yeah.
There's so many wonderful women. We have such a long list.
Yes, it's very long. We'll be doing the show for many, many years. So if this is your first time, keep tuning in.
Yeah, dig in, because you'll be watching us forever.
Yes.
So there's that.
Yeah. Maybe you're watching us on Facebook Live right now.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Perhaps you are watching us on Highball TV. If you are, welcome.
And if you don't know what Highball TV is, go check it out.
Yeah.
Because it's got lots of wonderful content on there, independent content, and a little stuff that's a little off the mainstream.
A little bit offside.
Which
is the best way.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
You could be watching us on Patreon, where you can get the show as a podcast, or you can just watch it. Thank you to our most recent patrons. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you to our patrons. How exciting.
Yeah, I know.
Some of you said that you like to listen to us as a podcast. So we are also a podcast on Podbean.
Yeah.
So maybe you're listening to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can listen, you can watch.
Maybe you're
so many ways.
So many ways.
So many ways.
And we thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tonight is a wonderful night.
It's a wonderful time.
Oh, I have some hype for you.
You have hype for me.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I mean,
I'll take it.
Oftentimes we start the show with a little bit of hype for each other.
Yeah.
When I came over today, I just feel like your eyes are really rocking today.
Oh, thanks. Like my eye makeup or just my eyes?
Well, I think your eyes, the makeup that you've done with your eyes, I mean, your eyes are also wonderful.
Well, thank you.
But, like, your makeup is, like, spot on today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks
really
very much.
nice.
I'm using a new palette
Are
that
you?
I got at the clothing swap.
Oh, my gosh.
We do a lot of clothing swaps, and I got this makeup palette from Karen Parker. Hyped Karen Parker.
Oh, hyped to Second City. It's a Second City.
It is that palette.
Yes.
Yes, it's that Second City palette.
I have that palette. It's not this one, though. I have the same colors, though.
The purple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Thanks. That's really sweet. Dale, I'm going to hype you now.
Okay.
Dale, here's what I'm going to say. Dale, I want to say that you make great decisions.
Oh.
You have a wonderful way of reasoning out and making choices in life. I find making choices sometimes very challenging. I get pulled in a lot of directions, and I can't always listen to my gut. And I feel like you're really good at just knowing what it is you need and want.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I admire that a lot about you.
There is an internal struggle that is like this and this, but if it comes across as a steady hand, then I'll take it.
I think it is that you engage in the struggle.
Oh, I engage in the struggle.
Yeah, but then you're but you find your way through it with it goes back to my hype last week with Grace.
Oh my gosh, with Grace.
I'm gonna double down on my hype last week.
Oh, I'm taking it. I am taking the hype.
Take that hype.
Take it.
Yeah. So that's what the show's about, basically.
Okay.
We're just gonna compliment.
That's it.
We're gonna compliment our guest.
Our guest.
And what a guest we have tonight. It's really exciting.
I'm shaking my head because it's just so exciting.
I know.
Yeah, there's special people that were like, wouldn't it be amazing?
Yes, we have a list on our Hype Night list of wouldn't it be great if
that could happen?
Yes.
And then tonight it's it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've both been admirers for such a long time of this guest, and we're so thrilled to hype her and give her all the love in the world.
It's just
What?
Just the first bit about it.
Is it? Because on the internet
we
it's
spoke
the whole...
about it.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you, and I realized I'm doing that right now.
So the name is going to appear on our sign different than the name we're going to say.
I know.
We're going to have a little bit of a complicated time.
That's okay.
But that's all
on
right.
me. I take it and I own it.
Listen, Dale, it's fine.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Our guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is Debra McGrath. Oh my God, I got to talk.
Thank you.
I got so excited about you that my shirt got caught in this table.
Oh,
Deb, you almost got upstaged by a wardrobe malfunction
that's
there.
all right. I'll be
wardrobe
upstaged by you ladies. That's perfectly fine.
Did you see how fast Deb got in here?
I did.
You were like,
Really?
I
Like, by the time I turned around, I mean, I was a bit distracted, but by the time I turned around.
I'm excited for the hype.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, we're
for
so
being
excited
here.
you're here.
We're so excited you're
I'm
here.
a bit hot about it.
My foot.
Are you?
Yeah, go
there.
for it.
There you
Get
go.
yourself
Okay.
comfortable.
That's it. Everybody's
it.
gonna snuggle in.
Yeah.
You have chosen the drink. Your drink of choice is red wine.
Yes.
Red wine.
So let's get out our red wine.
Okay.
Let's have a little.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's
Yeah.
no bad time for red wine.
Red wine. So I'll bring the glasses out. Okay, so this week's wine is called Lupi Reali.
It's
Lupi
organic,
Reali,
too.
yeah.
Lupi Reali.
Yeah.
It's organic. Yes, it's organic.
Lovely.
This usually we have a sponsor. Woodman Wine and Spirits usually sponsors us.
Yeah.
This week we have a special sponsor. We are being sponsored by our patrons on Patreon who bought this bottle. So thank you
Yay.
very much.
Thank you to them.
For that. I mostly chose it for you, Deb, because I liked this wolf on front. Yeah, and it said it was called the Royal Wolves.
Oh, and I love royal.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
kind of
all
like-
things royal.
That could be us.
Nice.
The three of us.
Yes, that's
today.
true.
Yeah, we are the royal wolves.
Also,
Yes.
it helps a nature preserve in Italy something about endangered wolves.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
Good.
that's
Lovely.
great.
That's
So there's
lovely.
that.
Those Italian wolves need our help.
yeah,
They
they
do.
do.
Right?
Yeah.
That's it. Are you excited for the royal wedding?
I am.
Yeah.
I first I would like them to name that baby.
Yes. Name
Yeah.
that baby.
But
That's what
you know
could
they
give
do
her.
have to go through a rigmarole.
It's true. There's a lot. I'm sure there's a very high pressure, high stakes situation.
oh,
right?
absolutely.
And
it
there's like,
is.
I want it to be James. Was that one of the ones that they were talking about?
I've heard Arthur. which I
Arthur-
think would be
Arthur's out there,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a nice name.
But you know, it's nice because it's a historical. This baby's birth is actually history making
Mm-hmm.
because it's the first time in history where the girl Charlotte does not go.
Yes, I know.
That's why I was
Little
kind of hoping their
Charlotte.
first would be a girl,
Yes.
I know, right?
and yet she doesn't have to do the job, so that's a bonus.
Yeah,
There you
I don't think it's an easy job.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Welcome.
cheers, cheers.
Thank you for
you.
being here, and cheers to you.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, that's gonna save a lot of wolves.
Like,
Oh, it is.
it tastes like wolves.
I think the wolves would like to drink it.
I think so
I
too.
think so too. Italian wolves, that's all they
Yes.
drink. They're just swimming in a sea of wine.
They're all like, I don't know what wolves. What would Italian wolves say while they drink this? I don't speak Italian, so.
I don't think they'd say anything. They'd
They'd
just
say
be so
bellissimo.
drunk.
Bellissimo.
Bellissimo.
Wine.
I'm gonna go with
Vino.
that. I think it's good.
Yeah, that's pretty
Great
great.
That's
wine.
lovely. It's
lovely,
really nice.
Lovely.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm gonna grab my piece of paper here.
Your notes.
My notes. Look at all these
Notes.
notes
I
right
know.
here. Generally, we start with the best part of our day.
Yeah.
Best part of our day. Actually, the best part of my day was sitting, having a lovely salad that my husband made, watching Chef's Table.
Oh, yeah.
Fans of the Chef's Table.
Yeah, yeah.
Great show, yeah.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that may make my day seem lame, but it was a good day.
No.
Dogs went to the vet, got their needles, heartworm. Used to be heartworm. Now it's heartworm flea tick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just we're adding heartworm, flea, tick, wolves.
I
now.
know.
I mean, you're just.
Well, you know, you got to be careful. Those
You
wolves.
do.
I know.
Well,
They're
give
so
them warning.
drunk.
They'll leave the dogs alone.
That's right.
I feel like when you, like, I don't know, years ago you take your dog to the vet and it would be like, oh, they got checked up, it was $200.
Yeah.
And you're done. Now it's like, no, each dog's like $600.
$1,100
yeah?
today.
Right?
For our 2 dogs.
For 2 dogs, yeah. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
But we love you, vets. You keep our dogs.
You keep our
healthy.
dogs healthy and
Yeah.
safe,
Nice.
and it's expensive.
Yeah. What about your guys' day?
The best part of my day today was we submitted an application that we've been working on for months to Telefilm. So it's been a long,
So,
Excellent.
arduous journey of, like, you know, creative and fun and great, but also just so much work and getting people on board. And yeah, and it's a screenplay I wrote, and it would be the first movie I would direct. So it's been an exciting time, but also it was very nice to, like, send it off into
Excellent.
the lap
Well,
of the gods, as they say.
May it
it's in the
fly.
lap of. Thank you.
Lovely.
Thanks.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
my favorite part of the day today was I had to like go from one side of the city all the way to the other side of the city, like all the way from the east all the way to the west. And instead of taking the subway, which I normally would do, I decided I was going to take the bus. And I was like, I'm getting in on that bus. Mostly because it was raining and I didn't want to do the 15-minute walk at the end. I only wanted to do a 4-minute walk at the end. So I rode on the bus. But I have to say, it was just nice to like look at the people and the shops and the way it's been a very long time since I've ridden a bus so long where you can see like many people get on the bus and then many people get off. You're like, oh, we're collecting teenagers. Oh, they're all going to get off at this school.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Oh, we're collecting a lot of business people. Oh, they're all getting off at Broadview. Like, it was just kind of, like, interesting, and I had a really nice time on the bus.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
I will often choose above ground transportation if I can take the time to do it over the subway.
Yeah.
I love to see the city. I love to see, especially if it's a beautiful day out. I don't like going underground if I don't have to.
Yeah, I don't do the underground.
Yeah. I normally do, because I'm just like, get me there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to, and sometimes it's the quickest way, but
Yeah.
it's nice to...
Getting across the city.
Yeah, it's a crazy time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that was my
nice.
day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good. Good day all around.
Yeah.
Around.
All right.
I think you win, though.
Oh, well...
It's huge.
Let's
That's
hope.
so-
Let's
I know it
hope
wasn't a
I win. Let's
competition,
hope
but
that
let's keep a good thought.
I don't know.
Let's put that in the air.
Yeah. Save the wolves. Hype night rules. There's 3. You need to take the hype that comes your way. So you just take that hype.
Take that hype.
Take your praise.
Take it up.
Take it. Second, if we get anything wrong, please correct us.
Okay.
Yes.
Unless it's in my favor, then
Yeah, then, let it go.
And then embellish.
Yeah, should be like,
take
yes,
it.
absolutely. Indeed.
Yeah, take it forever. And then finally, if there's anyone we would like to hype along the way, hype people along the way.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, let's just jump in.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's just get in it. So I'm gonna start with the fact that you went to Sir John A. Macdonald.
I did.
Yeah, and you enjoyed doing musicals and plays there.
I did.
Yeah.
I was just at Sir John A. Macdonald.
Were you?
Yeah, I was doing this corporate thing.
Shout out to Scarborough.
Yeah, shout out. I was doing a corporate thing where we like pretend to be part of the business world and like help people learn about. I was doing insurance, so I had to help them find out if their business needed insurance.
Wow.
It was strange, but the high school seemed very nice.
I never had anything like that
is.
when I was in high school.
No, me neither. Yeah,
There
it's
were
a business.
famous people in my high school.
With you or before you?
I saw a wall of pictures.
Eric McCormack,
Okay.
Right.
David Furnish,
Okay.
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
Myers, moi.
Yes.
Do they have like a wall of fame there?
No, they don't.
really
we
should.
do. The Scarborough Town Centre has Scarborough Walk of Fame.
Okay.
And I have my star on the Scarborough Walk of Fame, which I have hosted since its inception. But they ruined it. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Because the people used to get our stars and the bagpipes and, the mayor. Like, it's a
Whoa.
big deal. And you up to the food court. And so the star thing in the food court, and you'd see, and now going, and somebody. But it was perfect. And they decided, no, we have to move it and have the big fancy in the middle of it. No. Big mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It should
no.
be, it's Scarborough.
Bring it to the
should
people.
Be in
Yes.
the food court.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So
no.
now it's in the big fancy
Right.
middle area.
And
But I
Gowan
still
will never
host
get
it.
that experience. He was in the food court.
He was in the food court. I was in
Yeah.
the food court. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now they don't know. The young ones don't know from the food court.
They don't
right.
know.
No, it was
They'll never know.
perfect. Anyway.
Yes, we have a few viewers from Scarborough. So yes, repping Scarborough.
Yeah, hype to Scarborough.
I've never been to John A. Macdonald High School, so I don't know where that is. I went to a little tiny high school in North York.
Oh,
That
yeah?
is closed now.
Is it?
Yes, and it was built as an elementary school, but then by the time the group of people needed it, they made it into a high school, but they didn't change anything, so all the toilets were little, and all the water fountains were little.
nice. Yeah.
See, that would have been fine for me.
Me, I was like,
I'd kill for that.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, now it's closed, so.
No, Sir Johnny's good. They're trying to change the name, that whole political
Oh, are
thing.
they?
Yeah, but
Oh,
I don't
boy.
think it's going to wash.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Myself. But it was huge school spirit at that school.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was a real outreach school, United Way. I was one of the gals that helped organize a sit-in on the front lawn so that we could wear pants to school. Because
Amazing.
that's just how old I am.
That's the
Internet.
Amazing. That's incredible.
We're only allowed to wear pants on grub day.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
In
Come
this
on.
country, in this weather.
Did your sit-in work?
It did work.
It did.
It
Oh my
did work,
goodness.
and we were allowed to wear pants, but they had to be dress pants. That lasted about a month, and then it was jeans and ripped and hip huggers.
Yeah.
And crop
Did you have a
tops and-
uniform?
No.
So you had to. Oh wow.
But you had
No.
to. You weren't allowed to wear pants.
It was just a different time. So it was
Yeah.
70. It was 1969.
That still
so
blows my
good-
mind. Though.
Yeah.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
it was like, and so we had to go around getting teachers' signatures that they supported it. You know, it was the kind of thing where they knew it was coming, but they
Right.
still was
Resisting it.
Maybe no. It was like I don't want to be the teacher who says it.
I know.
I don't want to be the one that everyone's like, oh, McCormick
know.
over here or whatever
Yeah.
wants pants.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so much hype for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I wasn't the only one, but a group of us did. Get
Put her
that
picture
going.
on the wall
Yes.
at that high school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put it up there.
Get it up
Exactly.
there. Yeah. So then you studied theater at Ryerson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went from grade 13 to Ryerson, where I did 4 years, and it was fantastic. I met my best friend there. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was so exciting to be going to theater school right downtown.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yes.
Just like we'd go to the, what was it called? Oh, it was a famous name. And we'd go on Tuesdays for all-you-can-eat spaghetti because we were all broke. Oh, what was the name of it?
Keep spaghetti.
Oh, yeah. It was Spaghetti Cellar. It wasn't the Spaghetti
not the
Factory.
Spaghetti
It was
Factory.
on Young Street across
Oh.
from Joe Bird's
I'm
Nest
going
and
with
Diana Sweets.
I'm going with spaghetti cellar.
I like spaghetti
Okay.
cellar.
I'll go with
I
that.
mean,
Oh, man, I totally
the spaghetti cellar is a
It
great
was.
name.
Yeah.
All-you-can-eat spaghetti salad.
It's kind of like it's
The
kind of
all-you-can-eat
Montreal-ish,
spaghetti
right?
cellar is also great.
Is that a thing in Montreal? You can get like 99-cent spaghetti.
Can you?
Is that
Is
an old?
it?
Maybe now I'm
It
showing
might
my
be.
own age. I feel like you walk around and there would be places that was like 99 cents.
might
Tell me
be.
if I'm wrong about
Someone
Montreal.
tell her she's wrong.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Because we're back to this from last week. Tell Dale she's wrong. It's a little game we play. Tell Dale she's wrong.
Yeah, I like to know when I'm wrong. No one told me I was wrong last week.
No, because you weren't. You rarely are, Dale. Let's face it.
No,
Oh, I
you
am a
don't.
lot.
Sure.
I just
So yeah, the spaghetti cellar. Maybe if it's still there,
Maybe.
we could check it out.
Yeah.
I went to theater school with. I was in a class with Mary Walsh
Oh,
and Sonia Smith.
nice.
And Garant Wynne Davies. Do you know
Yes,
who
yeah,
he
yeah,
is?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was good times. You could
Nice.
only
Were you
imagine.
one of those like? Were you one of those years where everyone's like, "Oh, that was a great year"? Like the people before and after you're all like, "Oh, that year."
Yeah, we had a great year, and we're all still friends. A friend of ours who sort of left the core business and moved out, to the east of Toronto, but still performs professionally. And a bunch of us got in our cars and out we went to see a show. And another friend from theater school just went to the film festival to see his short film.
Right.
Yeah, we really support each other.
That's
It was-
fantastic.
It was great.
That's great. Okay, so Deb, I know you as an improviser and a comedian, and I think you're so tragically funny. I just think you're so funny.
Thank you. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I can't even. So, many people would know you from Second City. So you're a Second City alum, and I'm just going to tell you a story about you and I.
All
which
right.
You probably don't
I'm
remember,
excited.
but I do because you and I did a show in Blythe, and
I remember.
right off the top of the show. Now, here's the thing: I had done like some main stage like sets with you and stuff like that, but I hadn't done a show where you're kind of like, oh, we're the core cast and we're gonna do this kind of show together. And it was a scene with you and me and Colin, and I remember stepping it. It was the first scene of the show, and kind of when you have your first scene, you kind of want to really get it like going, you kind of want to hit. And I have to be honest, I don't particularly. We were like a family of some sort. You and I were like a duo. We were playing off each other. It was one of my favorite times improvising on stage.
You're kidding.
Yeah, because I truly felt, Deb, I have to be honest, we were playing like a mother-daughter kind of relationship, and I truly felt like what I was putting down, you were picking up,
Oh,
and vice
that's
versa.
nice.
Back and forth, and then Colin was coming in with like great like enders and
That's what he
ties and
does.
buttons on things. It was just like, I was like, this is a magic scene. I'm a part of a magic scene right now.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wish I remembered.
I know.
I don't remember really what I had for dinner. Salad. I had salad for dinner.
I mean, you remember Blythe,
fantastic.
but yeah.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I remember. I think there was something offensive that I yelled out several times.
It was a sold out house. That was a sold out.
That
yeah.
was really fun.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Really fun.
And it was nice to do a show that like outside of the city. Because, you know, you do improv shows, a lot of times you're doing them with improvisers or for comedians.
Yes,
or a
for
certain
sure.
type of audience.
Yeah.
To be able to do a sold out show in Blythe was like great.
No,
And,
it was really fun.
Yeah, you're so funny.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Thank
Even
you.
when, I will say also, when you just came to the door,
Yes.
you made me like laugh so hard at the front
Because I
door.
look like such a geek with my new super great raincoat from Nordstrom.
It's so good.
That has dogs all over it, different kinds of dogs, wearing various rain gear.
Yeah.
And I had my hood like done up, and you could only see
It was
this
like her
all.
face was like here. And
Amazing.
it's dark and rainy.
But it is pouring here in
It
the
is-
big smoke.
It is. Yeah. It's been a rainy day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good. Spring
Yeah.
needs rain.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And spring is here, which is nice. As opposed to like a week and a half ago where it was still.
That's so Toronto.
Yes, isn't
Yeah.
it?
We went from ice storm
Yes.
to, oh my God, we got to call the air conditioning guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so Toronto.
Yeah.
Like I like angrily took my winter coat and all of my stuff and threw it down the stairs.
Yep.
And I was like putting it away.
Yes. Yes.
And then I thought,
forsake you, winter
I
clothes.
better wash it before I do it. And it doesn't matter.
I'll be bitter in the fall if I don't.
Yeah. It's like there's gonna be a stain on this and it's
I
gonna
love it.
stain it worse.
I love it.
Yeah. Who were your cast at Second City?
A couple of casts, but the first one on main stage was myself, John Hemphill, Kathleen Lasky, Ron James, Bruce Perry, Don Lake. Then Sandra Belkovsky joined us. Then Kathy left. Linda Cash for my second part.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on some names here.
No, I mean it's
And
fine
others.
to blank on
And
some
others.
names.
I'm
Et
blanking
al.
on my name, but that was my core cast that I started with.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That I started with were those guys, and they're all still my really dear friends.
John Hemphill was one of my opening,
Funny.
so funny. He was one of my
God.
opening night sit down people with. He doesn't know me from nothing. You come to opening night, and I was like, oh my God, it's John Hemphill. Hype to John Hemphill. And I would be like, I'm just gonna. It's opening night. They're stressful. Opening nights are stressful.
Of course.
At Second City.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of things. I would sit with John, and we would chat. And it turned into like a thing where I would sit with John and chat. He probably doesn't remember,
Oh,
but
no,
I
he's
do.
the best.
Yeah.
I'll be on the phone, and we talk for like an hour at a stretch, and my husband will walk by, and we are laughing. I am laughing my guts out. He's laughing his guts out, and he'll go, Hempel, talking to Hempel.
So
Like,
funny.
he's just so great.
funny.
Oh my God, we had good times. Geez, we used to, the show would shut down, and then we'd sing R&B around the piano till, okay, full disclosure, 6 a.m, but I, even then, lame-o, gotta go to bed. And I'd go, I'm just going to the bathroom, taxi! Because I do, what?
Yes. Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with that thing.
Yeah.
And then you gotta do the show the next night.
Yeah.
We have a question from a viewer.
Oh.
It would be from a man named Colin Mockery who says, I love Debra McGrath. Does she like younger men?
No, I love my husband. See what I did there? Actually, my husband is half the year, he's 4 years younger than me.
Okay.
This is the good time of the year where he's only 3 years younger than me.
Okay.
All right. Interesting.
So,
Yeah.
So there's truth in both.
Go Leafs, go.
Oh, yeah.
What's
yeah.
the score?
Tell us how
what
it's
the
The
happening.
score is, Colin.
Tell us about the sports.
Inform us of the
Go.
sporting.
What was that Kids in the Hall thing? Go sports
Go
team.
sports.
That's right.
Always killed me.
Sports.
I read that you and Linda Cash created a television series.
We did.
Called My Talk Show.
We did.
For Ron Howard's company.
We did.
That's
Imagine
amazing.
Television. Yeah.
Yes.
And we, I was 7 months pregnant when we moved down there because that's just how long it took them to get it together.
Right.
And we had done a pilot with, here's a threesome. Our 3 guests on the pilot were Little Richard,
Yes.
Oh, what?
Jim Belushi,
Wow.
and Peter Weller.
What is this combination?
Yes.
I know.
That's the best.
And
My.
Little Richard.
Where is it?
Yeah,
Let's-
can we
Oh
find
no, you
it?
can. You can find it.
It has to be on
Okay,
Highball.
we're gonna find. Yeah, we're gonna find it.
Highball TV.
Matt, who's
And
behind the
Little
camera, is
Richard
gonna
was
find it.
He was afraid of his own shadow, so he'd call us Miss Linda and Miss Debra, and he'd do this like Butterfly McQueen. He was just, and we had to babysit him. We had to take him to lunch. And it was one of those things where you realize that everybody doesn't get everything. All his talent
Right.
was
Right.
so explosively amazing. He'd sit and he'd go, oh, I don't, and I don't want tea. I need a thing. Then he'd get at the piano.
Yeah.
And not but I
Yeah.
don't know how to make piano sounds.
Yeah.
Right.
But then you'd go, that's where all his gifts are.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he was the sweetest guy. It was amazing. And then, we went down and we did 65 episodes.
Whoa.
We got 65 episodes. Guests from Mr. T, who, God bless him, was the only guest that stayed 4 hours and signed every autograph till every audience member
Wow.
was gone.
Is that right? I
We
heard
were
that
talking
him.
about
Yeah.
Mr. T last week.
That's
Were
right.
you?
Mr. T is like a
Sweetest.
staple of the Hype Night conversation
Hype
now.
to Mr. T.
Hype to Mr. T.
Yeah. No, sweetest, like Ron Reagan Jr., Peter Allen, who was one of my idols, and it was, as it turned out, the last months of his life.
Wow.
Oh God, Shatner was on, Shana Na, like combo.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Were so crazy.
Was there anybody that you felt like starstruck by?
Yeah, Peter Allen.
Yeah.
Peter Allen killed me.
Yeah.
He sang a song that he had just composed, and I was literally days from delivering our daughter, and I put my tap shoes on and danced around the piano.
Oh,
with him.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. Oh, I got to rap with Dr. Dre and Ed Lover, and I'm out to here. I gained 72 pounds when I was pregnant with Kinley, and I was 97 when we conceived. So there I am out there with the rapping, and the thing, and the thing, but the...
You know what? That actually makes me feel better because I gained 60 when I was pregnant. And I thought, 60, that's crazy. I hadn't heard anybody who had gained more than me.
Well, when she was born, she was 8 pounds, and we had no one there. We were in L.A. All our
Right.
family was up here, and I said to Colin, when you phone people, tell them she was 32 pounds.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, because they would be
No
like, oh,
idea
she must be
why.
such a big baby. And you're like, no.
No.
Just
she's-
totally average size.
I know. Twins? No.
No, I got asked that all the time.
Really?
Twin.
What's wrong?
with
I'm
people.
sorry. What is wrong with people?
I agree.
Like, come on. Just come on.
Yeah.
Like, for a second, just consider before you say things.
Oh, people-
what you're gonna
You look
say.
lovely. That's what you
That's
say
what
to
you
a
should
pregnant
say.
woman.
Yes.
You look healthy and happy.
Yes.
If you want to ask them something, are you enjoying your pregnancy? Good for you.
Yeah. Oh,
Or-
hey, you're
or-
pregnant.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
You
Look
know
at
what?
that.
I have a rule about it, though. Unless I see the baby crowning,
Yeah.
I do not say
I don't
anything.
I don't either. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
You
don't.
also don't know what that person's pregnancy is like,
No,
or what
no.
their experience. You
Or
don't
if
know
they are
any-
pregnant.
or if they are.
In-
yeah,
in-
exactly.
indeed,
But even when
yes.
people are pregnant, sometimes they're like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I even sometimes I work as a standardized patient, and we work with pharmacists, and we were doing role plays, and these pharmacists kept saying I was playing a person who was expecting a baby, and everyone was being so like, oh my goodness, congratulations. And my note to them in terms of communication was like, you don't know how that person feels about that pregnancy. It's a very like young pregnancy.
Yeah.
So like maybe just slow your roll on the
Yeah,
like
you're
balloons
right.
and fireworks, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
you never know what someone's story is.
Yeah.
I just feel like
It can
we've been
also be-
conditioned to talk to women about pregnancy in certain ways, and I think it's good to question all of those things.
Yes.
as we
No,
move
I think
forward.
you're right. And
Yeah.
also, women aren't the babies, so don't ozzy them.
Exactly.
You know? Well, you
Yes.
look lovely. Well, congratulations, and here's to a healthy baby.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
delightful.
but don't, like, because people, well, the baby's not born yet.
Yeah.
Save the old.
How are you?
Like it's gonna travel
Like they
from
talk to old
your
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they think it's going to like go through you to
I
your
know.
baby, and like,
I also think when everybody does that and everybody treats it like it's fanfare,
Yeah.
and then you don't have an experience that's like, oh, I am having the best time of my life. I could experience nothing better.
Yes.
Then I think you're setting a lot of women up to fail.
Yeah.
Yes.
To be
That's
quite honest.
yes,
All
Yeah.
good points.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
agreed.
Yeah.
Or anyone, really.
Or anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, now that
I think
about it.
like asking questions is always great.
It is.
You know,
Yeah.
ask someone how they're doing.
Yeah, like how
they'll
much-
tell
Yeah.
you what their experience is, or they won't give you a lot of information, and you'll know they don't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
I feel this is because I grew up with a lot of people around me who assumed a lot of things, and there weren't a lot of boundaries when I grew up. So I'm like, what about some boundaries
Yeah.
here?
No, you're
about
right.
boundaries?
You're
You
right.
know, because like anyway, Italians get
Yeah.
very. It's a very smothery time sometimes,
Yeah.
and sometimes that's lovely, and sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have more of a waspy family.
Yeah.
So it would all be like whispered tones of trying not to jinx anything.
Not even acknowledging that you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Just-
oh, well, you know. Like, you know what?
What?
What? And you hope it goes well? You hope that it's happening? You hope that I'm well? What? What's happening?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember I'm a very like low key person even when I got married and whatnot. And for when I had a baby shower, which previous guest Amanda Barker helped put together for me.
Hype.
I remember being like, I'm going to like embrace this party, and like embrace it and try to be like, feel your feelings, and
Yeah.
and it was just a lot of my family being like. Oh, that's such a sweet sweater. With the tees and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't
all
the
they
big
could get.
emotional thing that I was like, no? Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Oh, it depends on the background, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I want to say that so you've been on so many Canadian television and so many television shows in general. You've just been like, we've watched you so many times in so many ways, and you're always a delight. Can I say that whenever
Oh,
I'm watching a
thank
show
you.
and you come on screen, I'm like,
Oh,
it sort of like lifts the show up
Absolutely.
all the time, which I love. And I want to say that I'm a huge fan of variety shows. Always have been. I'm in fact working on a project that has a variety show angle because I love them so much. And I remember when you and Colin made Getting Along Famously, and I remember being so happy that a show like that was happening.
Yeah, we were too. We had
Yeah.
the best time.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband, if he's still watching, is bitter right now. Oh, he gets bitter when we talk about the Getting Along Famously.
Oh.
I think, I wish they had given it enough. Of course. Of
yeah.
course. Do we ever say, don't give us more?
Well,
What are you doing with
this is
more?
me
Thank
kind of.
goodness you canceled it.
Yeah, right?
Thank goodness it's gone.
But it was a great idea.
Yeah.
And of course, our co-star, well, in the pilot was the wonderful Bob Martin, but then the late, great Paul O'Sullivan, who was,
Yes.
if you watch that show on YouTube alone, watch it for Paul O'Sullivan. He is unbelievably brilliant.
Yes,
And
agreed.
so missed.
So missed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we had the best time, and CBC was so great. We said, actually, we know all the people who should play these parts, and they went, okay.
Well, that's
No one
something.
auditioned. We refused.
Well, and what I'll say about that is I heard a story about that like I think it was at the Canadian Comedy Awards and at a panel. I'm pretty sure that's where I heard this, that you and Colin you would have these readings in the development process where you would bring these actors in so that the execs got used to hearing them
Yeah.
and got used to seeing them, which
so
is
they'd know.
Yes, which
Yeah.
is amazing.
Because my friend Cheryl, for example, she's a wonderful actor and does not, we all know these people that, why aren't they stars?
Yes.
They read in theater school. I mean, she's gorgeous, she's talented, sings, everything. And it was like, no, you're going to see because she's that character and we'll have her at the reading and
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. And it did make a difference.
Yeah.
Most of them, they knew who they were, but Robin Duke was in it and Patrick McKenna, who of course CBC knew well.
Yep.
We had the best time doing that show.
I have a message
doing,
from Colin. I am so
see.
bitter.
Oh,
I'm
Colin.
so bitter. He totally
Now,
is.
either
Oh, and he said little Richard had the head the size of a Doberman, and he did. And in the morning, he'd put on full makeup, so he'd super kiss you, and then you'd have streaks of brown makeup all
Wow.
over your face. Bless him. Bless him.
He was pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was we did these full musicals written
Yes.
by the Tony Award team of Lambert and Morrison,
Yes.
and directed and choreographed by Donna Fior.
Oh my God.
In the CBC
Come
studio.
on. You're just explaining my dream.
The full thing with the full vintage costumes and the old songs. Oh my God, it was fantastic.
I'm basically bringing it up because I'm hoping that, we're in the era of the reboot.
Yes.
CBC.
Truly.
I mean, everything's being rebooted.
Yes.
It is time
It is
for a
time.
variety show. It truly is.
It truly is. And so this is just me. I'm going to start a campaign for the show to come back.
Yay.
This is what I'm doing here.
Yeah, start that campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, it is time for a variety show reboot.
Absolutely.
I've got one rolling around in my head because I'm like, it feels, especially in this like YouTube snippet kind of moment of entertainment.
Absolutely.
It's like, take that momentum,
Yes.
put it on a show.
And also, like, it has not changed. Audiences love variety. It is such
They
a
do.
wonderful format. It's a wonderful display of talent. It's a wonderful vehicle for performers, and it's a wonderful I grew up again. I'm just going to talk about being Italian again because apparently that's all I talk about. But as an
Let me get
Italian,
at the
get out the
Italian
wine,
wolves.
get out the wolves. We'll save some wolves while we talk. But I mean, Italians love variety shows. They love them so much that they go on for like 24 hours and they never end. But and sometimes they have questionable taste. But I would say their audiences love it. And I'm always surprised when it's not more programming.
Well, because don't you love when you've watched an actor in a series that you love and then see him or her on a thing and go, oh my God, she sings or he sings. What was the one? My husband will tell me I'm wrong. I think he played Jake on Scandal.
Oh,
and
Tony
sings
Goldwyn?
No, Jake.
Jake.
Evil Jake.
Evil Jake.
Also gorgeous.
Oh, right.
but
Jake
evil.
is
And
I
I'm
pretend
not
like
gonna
it's on the top of my
It's
head
the guy who
too.
played Noel on Felicity, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Scott
What a
Foley.
voice.
Scott Foley? No. Anyway.
Tell us that we're wrong.
Tell us we're wrong, because we're wrong this time.
But
for sure.
anyway, there's some handsome guy. This
Scott
is my
Foley.
life
Scott
saying
Foley.
things like, is it Scott Foley?
Vanya Garraway is saying Scott
Okay,
Foley.
so
Thank you, Vanya.
Scott Foley, was he,
Jake.
and is he all, hey, Vanya, is he also a singer? Like a super fabulous singer?
There's like a 10-second delay. So
Yeah.
she's
He
And of
says
course,
yes.
How
so maybe.
sad is this that I'm talking to the...
Colin?
No, it was
No,
the
it's
guy
on
on Nashville, Connie Britton's publicist.
Connie Britton's publicist in
What?
Nashville.
Wait, what?
So not Chip
No.
Aston, because Chip was on
Chip
Whose
is-
Line Is It Anyway, and
Chip was
he's
on his-
amazing.
And he's
on Nashville.
He's what's his name on Nashville?
Yeah, Deacon
Deacon
Claiborne.
Claiborne.
I love Nashville.
What is happening?
Oh, you're getting all my guilty pleasures tonight.
Man.
Nashville,
Yeah,
variety
me too.
shows.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, it was guy on Nashville, Connie. I may have made that up, says my husband.
Thanks, Colin.
Go Leafs go.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I would say, I think what Jimmy Fallon is doing on The Tonight Show is a little bit of that. As sort of a callback
does have that
to
spirit.
Johnny
I
Carson.
really enjoy it.
Yeah, of like the lip sync battles
Yeah.
and the sketches. And,
Yeah.
he's trying to have that. And I think... it's just so great,
Yeah.
and I want
People
there to
love
be
it.
more.
I
yeah.
would
agree.
like to see
I agree.
Yeah.
an Italian variety show in English, though, in Canada. Like one where there's like a weird sitcom narrative that also
Yes.
like runs through it. Where it's like,
Yes.
this is a sitcom and you're watching it, but then every once in a while everyone just stops because Jan Arden shows up for a second and sings a song. And you're
Again,
like, I don't get
you're
it.
kind of speaking my language.
Yes.
You're also sort of describing Pee-wee's play. Have you ever seen the Pee-wee Christmas special?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of that
yeah.
because there's a narrative and then all of a sudden, like
Somebody
Frankie
guessed
and
that.
Annette.
Pee-wee's Playhouse holds up.
Yeah.
It does.
It holds up.
Yeah.
That is the sweetest character in history.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, it's so
Loved him
great.
so much.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he's not dead.
Right.
And he's also a good dramatic actor.
He is. Paul
He is.
Rubens, yeah.
Paul
Yeah.
Rubens.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great. So let's bring back the variety.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
Paul
do that.
Rubens is going to do a variety
Our
show
lips
with
to-
Deb and Colin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
And
Devin Collins.
Gowan.
Oh, right. It was
Gavin.
The Good Wife. Some guy helping Alicia.
The guy,
And somebody saying, yes, the
Steven
Italian
Pasquale?
bridal
That's
show.
Matt
is it Steven Pasquale?
Oh,
If it's the guy who helped Alicia on The Good Wife, just so I can unravel this a bit more, it might be he's a Broadway star.
He's a Broadway
Yeah,
star.
Steven
That's who it
Pasquale.
is.
He
No,
played
I don't
her
know.
campaign manager when she was
Yes.
running.
Yes.
Yeah, he's married to
He's a
Philippa
Broadway
Sue,
star.
who is also a Broadway star.
Why isn't
Exactly.
my husband watching? Because he would have the answers. He is like an encyclopedia for this kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
it is.
Sherry
It was
Hollett wants-
Alicia.
Sherry
Sherry Hollett. Hi, Sherry Hollett.
Sherry.
Previous guest.
Previous guest Sherry Hollett.
Would like to see you host a Christmas special. I mean, wouldn't
Me
we all?
too.
Oh yes, let's make that happen.
Let's make that
We're gonna make a
happen.
lot of things happen.
Oh
I
my
think.
gosh.
Love to
Listen,
host
if
a
I,
Christmas special.
if I'm ever in a position where I'm in charge of decisions like that, it's gonna happen.
Can
Sherry
I come
Hollett,
on?
very talented woman.
Yes,
I know,
Sherry
I
Hollett,
know.
so much
Sherry.
hype. Yes.
Yeah, and I think am I right? Wrong? She's I think she's taking over directing the touring company.
She
Second
is.
City.
I think so.
Oh,
from
you're
Karen.
kidding.
Yeah.
I think that's happening right now. Yeah,
Fabulous.
from Karen Parker.
Yes.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll name a few other things you were a part of, just because we can.
I loved
Streets-
you on Little Mosque. I thought you were
I loved you on
fantastic.
Little
Thank
Mosque
you.
too. Yes.
I like the show was great, but I have to say I was waiting for you.
Yes, this is an example of the lifting that I'm
Yes.
talking about. Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, Little Mosque gets a bad rap from people.
Does it?
Especially in
Really?
the business. Oh, God. No, the public loves it.
Yes. Yeah.
But in the business, it's like, believe me.
that's
but
bad.
here's my
That is
thinking about
crazy
Little
to me.
Mosque.
Yeah.
Little Mosque, I will always be proud of
Yes.
because of what it did. Because Canadians
Yes.
had the balls to get out there and go, real people coming at you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Living their lives,
It was a
doing the
fun
shopping.
show.
But when it started, it had some balls.
Yes.
It went for it. And then I felt it became, I think the mandate from CBC, possibly, I'm not pointing fingers, was it became sort of generic.
Sure.
But it was, I think it did a great job for the Muslim community, for people to see them
Yeah.
as real people at that time
Yes.
in our world's
Yes.
history.
Absolutely.
And I'll always be proud of being involved. And that's how I became very close to Sheila McCarthy. We'd never
Yay.
met after all those years.
Oh my gosh, you had
No,
never met.
We'd never met. We think that friends were plotting to keep us apart because it
How does
became
that
a thing
happen?
Yeah.
where we were like this, and the AD would have to come in and go, "Okay, ladies, in 5 minutes you've got to go to the," and then let go and clunk back together. We would just, and at lunch
yeah.
we'd go to the mall. And
I watched a video in doing my research. I watched a video of you two on the red carpet for the Genies one year, and it was like you've known each other since you were
Yeah.
children.
And it's
Like,
gorgeous
the
pictures.
rapport.
I saw the pictures of it. They're
Yeah,
gorgeous.
in those
Yeah.
black dresses,
I
you
know.
both looked fabulous.
Oh,
and-
lovely.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Lovely
I'm glad we
rapport.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. We had a lot of fun doing Little Mosque. And, people ask me why I don't dye my hair, like let it go gray. Not that it is gray, internet. Of course it is. And you know why? Because I still get like the sassy little, like I think if I went gray, I don't think I'd work. Not that there's anything wrong with gray.
No,
but
it's
my
just the industry.
particular
Yeah.
characters that I get cast as.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I remember, so recently I was alternating in an actor council meeting for an actor council member, and you said something that I really loved in that meeting about what it is to be in this business and be an aging woman in this business, or be sissy breakdowns for your age bracket.
Yeah.
And the way people describe
An
people your
elderly
age.
lady in her
Yeah.
early 60s. I was, what? And the saddest part, the sad end to that story was I thought, elderly lady, you've got to learn how to, and I got the part.
Fantastic.
I'll show you
I'll show
elderly.
you elderly lady.
No, writers take note. Just write the ballpark of age.
Yeah.
58 to 63, or someone that appears what you think that is.
Yeah.
But don't call people elderly and doddering. Is
Or
one of my
maybe
favorites.
something about
Doddering?
their character.
Really?
I've had that too. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe a
Something about
description,
what
they're-
you want them to act.
They're energetic, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
They're
know.
I will say, like, as I
Angry,
write,
I don't know.
yeah, as I really have like started to go through my screenplays or anything I'm writing and really looking at the way I'm describing people and seeing where the habits come into play,
Yeah.
because we're so used to reading women described a certain way, to reading different different cultures, ethnicities, ages, like all kinds of things where there are so many lazy ways of describing people that don't actually have to do, as you're saying, with the character they're playing. They're just, lazy physical markers or things that tell me something about who that person is.
Yes.
Anything that
helps
I
as an actor too.
audition for, I promise you this, anything that I audition for, the character breakdown, I have seen every description of not pretty but not ugly.
Good
But
Lord.
not aspirational. But yeah, like come on. I'm like, I get it. I'm not aspirational, but like
you have no aspirations.
no, my look is not
Isn't
something to aspire to.
Oh,
They actually have said that.
Yes, I have been. Yes, because I go out for like a weird quirky neighbor or like a homely best friend kind of thing, and it's always like ordinary girl next door, not too pretty, or woman friend neighbor. It's
Oh
just
my
like
goodness.
And you know what? None of those things has to be described.
no.
None of them.
No.
of course not. No,
And
it
the
has
truth
nothing
is-
to do with anything.
And what I look at it,
Nothing.
And to me, I look at it and I go, "Oh, you want somebody funny?"
Yeah.
Right.
Because you can't be attractive and funny.
Right.
Yeah.
So you must be describing a funny person.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know. Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's revolution time. So
Oh, yeah. A friend of ours said to us years ago, he was working, he's an actor, but he was working in the casting room for extra, income. And he said, if women realized what was said of them when they leave the room,
Yep.
they'd leave the business.
Yep.
If anybody realized what was said about them.
Well, he said not men. Not really with men.
It's interesting.
You almost have to have boils for them to go,
Yeah,
did
to
he
go
have
like,
a thing on his
"Ew."
face?
What was going on there?
That's-
Is something?
No, he's good. He's good.
He's fine.
And then the woman comes in and, whoa,
Yeah.
what's happened? Wow, she's gained a...
Yes.
Said it was every single woman
Yeah, I believe that.
came in the room. Sadly, I do too.
Yeah.
I want to say one of my least favorite phrases is aging gracefully. I hate the coded what that is. Like, there's such a thing of like, well, she didn't age gracefully. I'm like, oh, it makes me...
Like we have anything to friggin'
Yeah,
do with
I'm
it.
like, the rage inside of me bubbles
I
up.
know.
It's just so ridiculous.
And I always think, and I think it was Amanda Barker who told me this, aging gracefully is just aging skinny.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, as skinny, but your face,
When a
but
woman
like,
stays
but your
skinny-
face can't be like, your face gets plumped up with like external factors, but the rest of you stays slim.
Skinny.
That's
Just
what
stay
I
skinny.
think.
I always actually thought aging gracefully, and I guess I'm wrong, was people who own it. I actually thought it was a compliment that people who own it, who don't go into...
Who don't
you
go into
know,
fixing.
Who don't go
talk-
into it, yeah.
And who just still dress as they want, as we all do. I have a beef with what to wear in your 40s, 50s, 60s,
Oh, yes.
70s.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Brutal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay, so
I think in the real world, I think you're right. I think in the acting business,
Yes.
I don't think that. Like, I think
No.
there's a difference
Oh.
between
yeah, it just means skinny.
Yeah.
Trevor Martin is watching,
Hi,
so I'm
Trevor
just
Martin.
going to ask Trevor Martin, what is the name of the actor who is the man who helps Alicia on Good Wife, who's the campaign manager?
Who's also a
Who's also a
fantastic
Broadway
He's also
star.
on a Broadway star.
Because
And
I
on what?
saw him perform. He's a Broadway star.
He's a Broadway star.
I know, but on what? Okay. And
He's
then
like just general Broadway.
just general Broadway
He just
star.
walks into shows.
Well, and it's not-
and-
yeah.
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 So we'll hear in a minute and he'll let us know.
He'll let us know.
Yeah.
You were also in the feature film Expecting.
Yes.
You earned an Actor Award nomination and a Canadian Comedy Award. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That
Yay,
was
Canadian
a
Comedy Award.
yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Thank you. It was a really interesting film. It was completely improvised. The director and the writers held the story. We did not know anything.
wow.
So on the day, we would be told, someone would walk in and say, "Okay, you guys are hosting an online show. She's your guest, but just before you go, someone will whisper in your ear, but she exposes something." And that would be a plot point that was
Wow.
written, and that's how we did it.
I love that.
Was that
It was-
exciting to like do
Oh
that?
my
That sounds like
God.
that sounds like the best thing I
It
could
was,
ever do in my life.
it was
Yeah.
fantastic. And our lead actor was, I'm not sure if she was 9 months pregnant. She was pretty close. I think late 8, maybe. And she had to go into a major full day scene of labor that everyone was concerned that
Oh my goodness.
she was going to,
Go into labor, yeah.
go into labor.
Sure.
And so it was a great experience. It was a really great experience. And it was heightened by the fact that 9/11 was our first day. So everybody was sort of, and it made everybody sort of frenetic, but go for it. And it was funny, but it was also tender. And it was a really cool experience. It really was, to do an improvised film, because, you know, when improv first, Gary Shandling, Stowe, all these things, and all of us improvisers thought, here we go.
Yeah. It's our time.
You present it to a network, and they, but if you could write it, well, so why do you think Chris Guest does these movies? And then, but if that worked.
I can't understand how 20 years of experience of doing improv may make it work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, truly, where you go, these are the best improvisers in the country. They want to do something that they can do, and they are the ones to do this the best.
Yeah. And if you've got your character, we workshopped, we rehearsed.
Yes.
But our rehearsals were our characters.
Yes,
They put us in the scenarios with the other characters, but those scenarios were background.
Yeah, great.
They had nothing. The day that it started was the plot.
That's amazing.
So exciting.
And I pitched one with my writing partner, Barbara Decky.
Hi.
Hi to Barbara Decky.
Author in her own right. Mm-hmm. And they were, if it was written in the... So it's
I've done
funny.
the same. I've also pitched an improvised show.
And
it was like, look at the show and look at the views and look how it's done. And it was just like, but there's not we can't see the narrative in a way. It's like, oh my gosh, you're killing me.
I think too, they tend to, and I think there's so little, they'll take improv in short form or, game format. They're okay with that. But the minute, it's a long form and they have to actually just trust that the people with 20 years experience who have worked on all these shows, who've written all this stuff, who know this craft so well, there's something where they don't believe it, but people love it.
I know.
I mean, Christopher Guest is all these people are great examples.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, we're here to change things. We're here.
Come on.
CBC, Bell Media, Chorus Entertainment.
How fantastic.
Get
would
on
be
it.
To get Deb and all her people in an improvised show.
people.
Like, oh my gosh. Also, I think the answer we were looking for is Alan Cumming.
Well, Alan Cumming, I thought, was a known entity.
Alan Cumming.
But he's the guy from Good Wife.
But
He's
there's
the guy
also
from Good Wife.
a guy
But
from
no,
Good Wife.
nothing against Alan Cumming. He was adorable.
Yeah.
But this was a leading man, handsome guy.
Yes, Stephen,
who helps her. He might be the PI, her private investigator.
Oh,
we've got to solve this
Jeffrey
before
Dean
Hype
Morgan?
Night is over.
Okay, so it's either Jeffrey Dean Morgan,
He's super leading
Stephen
man,
DiPasquale, or I think it would be one of those two. But I don't know if
Isn't that
Jeffrey
the guy
Dean
from
Morgan,
Walking Dead?
Yeah,
Isn't
so
he
I don't
the guy from Walking Dead?
Yeah, so I don't think it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I think it's Stephen DiPasquale, who I know to be
Peter
a
Gallagher, that's her husband.
No,
it was Mr.
Chris
Big was her
Noth is her
husband, Chris
husband.
Noth.
Isn't that Peter Gallagher?
No,
Chris
Chris Noth. His name is Chris Noth.
Sherry Hollett's saying he was also on Grey's Anatomy. Who is it?
To the people listening to this in a podcast, we know you're going out of your skin because you have the answer.
Yeah.
But this
Just
has been
tell us.
previously recorded, so you don't know if we're ever going to get there.
I think it's Stephen DiPasquale. That's what I'm going to say.
Hilarious, of course.
That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Did she sleep with him on the show? They had a little quickie, and then he
I'm
left
already
town?
on to the good fight.
You're already onto the I haven't watched that yet, but I
it's
love
really
Christine
good.
Baranski.
She's fabulous. It's a good show.
Cool. I got to check
And
it out.
most of the leading characters are black people.
Yeah, because Kush,
Which is
the woman
fantastic.
from who was on the last season of The Good Wife, is on it.
But all the company she's in, it's a black law firm.
Oh, great.
Which is fantastic.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
I'll check
awesome.
it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out.
There's so many wonderful things here.
I think it might be time for...
Yeah.
Do you think so? Or what did you say?
I was going to hit
let's
this for
hit
a second.
Hit it.
Okay, so recently you wrote an article. I got to see it on my Facebook group, and or on my Facebook. Someone shared it with me, and it was called, I can't think of what it was called. It was like Mothers and Daughters in Dresses.
It's called Mother-Daughter Dresses.
Mother-Daughter Dresses.
Yeah.
And I just want you all to know that it's being shared all over the place, and it's a wonderful account, a personal account of your own.
Yes.
That you wrote about you and your daughter, Kinley. And if you get an opportunity to read it, You should definitely read it because it is moving and wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank you.
you know what we'll do? We'll share it.
We'll share it.
Oh,
and it's
you.
also
Yeah.
going to be in the Reader's Digest.
In the Reader's Digest.
I was afraid. I was like, are we allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Or did I? Oh, okay.
Yay!
I don't ask permission. That's my problem.
Like,
No, we are. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, it's good. So that's a huge hype to you to be in
Yes.
Reader's
Yeah,
Digest.
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled, and I'm mostly thrilled, and I'm not being false modesty here. I really would like the word to get out. I would like these stories about my daughter is a trans woman. I would like people to have a personal investment. These are people's daughters and sons who are people. That's it. Period. They're people. Lovely people, productive people. Maybe some of them are pricks, but they're people. What I'm saying, they're allowed to be.
That's right.
They're allowed
Yeah.
to just exist and have fabulous lives like
Yeah.
all of us. So I'm hoping the story gets out there more and more so that it becomes the norm.
Well, it's gorgeously written.
Yes.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I
Thank you very
love
much.
that you share so much of your own vulnerability in it. You share so much of your own experience in it. I love that it's not a glossed up, bleached out version of a story. It feels so real and wonderful, and it's so lovely for sharing it. And I want everybody to also read it because
Oh,
I think
thank
it's just
you.
great.
Agreed. Yeah, we'll post it.
Thank
Yeah.
Definitely
you.
post it.
We'll post it.
We'll post it.
Yay.
Stay tuned. When we'll find out the guy from Scandal or The Good Wife. and
Colin
we'll
thinks
post
it's Stephen Pasquale.
Yes, thank you, Colin.
Who is he?
I believe in you. Thank you for being on my side, Colin Mockery. I can't believe I've said that. I never thought
I
I'd
think
say
it's Alan
that.
Cummings
In all the
still.
years that I've watched Colin Mockery on my television and on stages across the country. I never thought I'd say thank you for being on my side, Colin Mockery. But there you have
But here it is.
Here it is.
Here it is. Let's do some lightning round.
Let's do it. Okay,
Okay.
so for the lightning round, because, we've seen you on so many television shows, but, you also do a lot of voice work.
Uh-huh.
We thought we'd just talk a little bit about all the voice work you've
Okay.
done. So we're gonna play my favorite song called "If I Had a Chicken," and
Thank you, open source music.
thank you, open source music, and here we go. Some of your voice work on
George and Martha.
stories from my childhood,
George Shrinks.
Diabolic,
The Raccoons.
Raccoons, Babar or
Little-
Babar, however you say
A
it,
Little Bear.
Blazing Dragons,
Mr. Men and Little Miss.
My Dad the Rock Star,
Bob and Margaret.
Anatole,
Freaky Stories.
The Busy World of Richard Scarry,
Oh, yes. The Never Ending Story.
Free Willy,
Corduroy.
Bad Dog,
Flying Rhino Junior High.
Metabots,
The Berenstein Bears.
Bernstein Bears, Birds,
Flash Gordon.
Franklin.
Franklin and the Green Knight.
These are all things you've
Wow.
done.
Berenstein
The
Bears.
Bernstein Bears, Raccoons.
Raccoons.
Some of them yeah.
Are we
it makes
wrong?
me seem
Are we
so-
wrong?
Oh, no, I don't think you
Oh, okay.
are.
Okay. We can be. We've
Because
been wrong.
recently I said to somebody I wasn't on that. Yeah, you were Thing. It was I was Thing, whatever that was.
Okay.
Beetlejuice was one.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Oh, that was one of my favorite
I'm getting
shows.
like-
And Seven Little Monsters, which my husband was also in.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. I still sometimes sing a song from the
was his
Beetlejuice
mother.
cartoon.
Get out of here.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
No.
it was Beetlejuice.
You're making it
Well,
a
let's
night.
face it. Let's face it. Go down the list. She was his mother. She was their mother. She was their mother. She was Mrs. Little Bear. She was Mrs. Bear. Blazing Dragon. She was Grandma Dragon. Mr. Man and Little Miss. She was Old Woman and Old Miss. Bob and Margaret. She was the old grandparent.
I think the word you're looking for is elderly.
Elderly.
So
I believe.
And
Yes.
doddering.
Yeah,
Doddering,
and elderly.
yes. I still remember an episode of the Beetlejuice cartoon where she goes to the freaky boutique and there's a song where they're like, shop till you freak at
Yeah.
the freaky boot. No, at the spooky boutique. Was it?
Shop till you
freak at the spooky boutique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
was
every once
also
in a while
into it.
that song comes into my head.
It was good. It was a good cartoon.
Great.
I remember
great
I was a
cartoon.
really, really huge fan of Beetlejuice, the
Yes,
movie.
yes.
And I remember when the
Oh, yeah.
cartoon came out being like,
Really?
maybe. So I was just in that age to be like, I guess. And then I was like,
be good.
I love it. I love it so much. I just love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Him and Lydia are like besties
yeah.
and I can't and there's sandworms and I can't take
It
it.
was so good. It was really good.
I kind
Yes.
of think Beetlejuice the movie kind of like
That was so
made me an
good.
actor, actually.
Oh, yeah.
That and
God.
SCTV.
Yes,
Yeah.
SCTV for me too.
Yeah.
SCTV, the Carol Burnett Show, and MGM musicals. Those were the three things that made
Burnett
me.
Show, I know.
Carol Burnett Show for me was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Variety show. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
variety.
Used to watch it with my mom, and I
Yeah.
think like there's a also just to go back to the variety shows for one more second. I
Yep.
think there's a an intergenerational thing as well that happens where you watch with your family, you connect to it with your family, and I think that that's fantastic. But it still isn't. It's not geared to families. All your family can.
But
watch
it was like the Muppets.
Yeah.
The Muppets was a variety
Yes,
show.
exactly.
Like, how great is that?
And
Yeah.
I mean, even when you look at things like that they show every Christmas, Facebook, everywhere, with Bing Crosby and David Bowie.
Yes.
And you think the two generations, did Bing and then David, and it was like they were together.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and it was great.
And
It
there's a
was.
reason why, like, so Stephen Colbert did the one, like, he did his own kind of
That's right.
Christmas
With
variety
Feist
show with
and,
John Legend and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's great.
Yeah,
It's great.
yeah. People love it.
There we go.
Yeah.
All
People
right.
love it. Is it time for a new favorite thing?
Oh, yes.
I think it
time.
is. I think it's
Melanie Tapson is watching. Hello.
Hi, Melanie.
Previous guest. We were talking about Melanie earlier, our
Yay.
speech pathologist friend.
Yes.
And
hello.
wonderful singer who is in rehearsals right now for a show coming up. So
Oh, lovely.
we will put
Ooh.
details up about that as well.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah.
New favorite
thing.
So my new favorite thing. When we eat breakfast in the mornings, my husband and I, Matt, who's behind the camera tonight. Thank you to Matt. Hype to Matt.
To Matt.
We sit at the window and we watch people walking up and down Ossington because we live right on Ossington, and there's this three-legged dog that I'm in love with.
Aww.
This woman is walking her three-legged dog. It's a fairly large dog. I don't know a lot about breeds. Dale, you would know. I think it might be a retriever of sorts.
Okay, long hair, short hair.
Matt will know better. Short hair.
Okay,
See, I don't
lavish.
I don't really pay attention
Okay.
to those things. But it has so much spunk and it like clips along and it's just so awesome. Like I watch this three-legged dog and we'll be like, three-legged dog's out, and we watch this dog
dog's out.
just like go and have a beautiful spirit and a lovely time, and I love it.
Yeah, because
I
when
just
we were
love seeing that dog.
because when we
Yeah,
were
I
kids,
love that.
we never saw three-legged dogs.
No.
Because the three-legged dog was a dog that was put down.
Yes.
Now people are like, let's rock that three-legged dog,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that dog's living its best
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
It's having a great time, and it's really nice to
Oh,
see.
I love that.
Yeah, that's my new favorite thing.
It's a wonderful favorite thing.
My new favorite thing is decaf coffee.
Oh,
I was getting a bit out of hand with the coffee. Things were getting a little wild. And my husband bought me an espresso maker at Christmas, and I think just in the subsequent 4 months, it was just too much. So made a big pullback, one coffee a day, and now if I have another one, it's decaf. And I have to say, I'm feeling a lot better.
glad to hear
So
it, Dale.
it's working.
I was
for
on
you.
the edge.
Do you start your day with one calf and then go decaf?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. I like to start my day with a coffee that has a bit of meat to it, like a
Yeah.
soy latte or a cappuccino or something like that, like a whole milk cappuccino or something. And then
But
I'll
it's
have
working.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
I didn't need that many. I really didn't.
Shout out to husband.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hype, Trevor.
Yeah.
Decaf coffee.
Yeah.
Decaf coffee.
And you know what? I know so many people are gonna like send us messages and say it's terrible. It's washed in gasoline or something terrible. I'm sure it is, but it's really taken the edge off my
I have
nerves.
never had a cup of coffee in my life.
Really?
That's so great.
Oh,
How can it be?
Matt was very surprised behind the camera.
no,
I wish you could see
Wow.
that at home.
never had one.
Are you a tea drinker?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, well,
okay.
that's nice.
I didn't
Yeah.
drink coffee until I was in my 30s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then it-
Yeah, I wasn't a
Most
big
people
coffee
don't.
drinker.
Yeah.
Now I drink a lot of coffee. I will often have 3 coffees in a day.
Yeah, I drink too much.
Yeah, I feel
And
like
my husband does too.
Yeah.
Bless him. Love him, but still.
yeah.
Although there's just as much caffeine in a tea, isn't there? That's what
Depending
people
on
say.
the tea.
No.
Everybody says that.
No, that is so not true. Here's the example. You've got 100-pound bag of coffee
Yeah.
and 100-pound bag of tea.
Yeah.
The 100-pound bag of coffee, and these numbers are random, please, I'm not a mathematician. The 100-pound bag of coffee makes, say, 500 cups of coffee.
Okay.
The 100-pound bag of tea makes 100,000 cups of tea.
True fact.
It is a true
Tell
fact.
us we're wrong.
The numbers
Tell her
are
she's
wrong.
wrong.
Tell us we're
The
wrong.
numbers are wrong, but the concept is right. I can drink a cup of tea and go to sleep. I don't get a but no.
Yeah, right.
It's a
Right.
lie. It's got caffeine, of course it does, but it's so minute.
Does it help that you're spitting in Colin's coffee?
I have
He's-
spit into his coffee by accident, where I've gone anyway that they went because I thought it was my tea.
Oh, because you thought, so it has passed your lips.
So you have, yes.
yeah. Well, it's
by
past
accident.
my lips, but then.
Have you
It's
ever
quite
had
good.
to drink coffee in a
I'd be
scene?
gagging.
You would, yeah, right.
Yeah, they'd have to make.
They'd have to make a
brown.
brown liquid thingy. Yeah.
I'm a little bit like that with tea.
Are you?
Yeah, you're not good with the tea.
I have an allergy to the drying agent in all teas.
Really?
Yeah, it makes me itchy and crazy.
So I won't have my tea beside in case you take it by accident.
tastes
and
like-
spit.
and then
Yeah.
spit.
I
And
mean, I
then-
can't
yes.
drink it. It just makes it really itchy. But now that I know what I'm feeling, it doesn't seem to be as bad. But I used to always be like, I don't
Interesting.
understand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Is that all our new
What's,
favorite
what's-
things? Oh, no,
your
your
favorite thing?
Mine isn't a super recent one. It's like a few months, but it's the gift that keeps on giving. I'm so in love with the parking app.
Oh yes.
Like every day I
Yes.
use it, I go, "Thank you, parking app."
Yes.
I raise my
No.
glass.
And then, yeah,
Parking
Yes.
app.
Yeah,
Hype,
parking
We
app,
have parking
parking
app
app.
all day long.
And
Yeah.
then you're in a meeting and it goes beep-dee-dee-dee-dee. So first of all, you've got a little theme music.
Yep. That's
right.
And then you go, gonna stay another couple minutes. Boop,
Doop, doop,
bang, bing,
Yep.
How long? 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe half hour.
And
Yeah.
then also the
Yeah.
gorgeous thing where it's like, you can't park here for more than 3 hours.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, you think so? You have the memory down here of the numbers.
That's right.
Another
Yeah.
3
And another
hours.
3
Oh, yeah.
hours. And another 3 hours.
And you know what it also does? I was traditionally someone who would go to renew my license. $1,000? Because I'd have to pay for tickets.
You and Matt are
gone.
kindred in that way. Matt used
And
to
you
do
know,
that
I'd
too.
say to my husband, honest to God, I'm paying them.
Yes.
Because you think, oh, I got one this month, forgetting that that was next month,
Yeah.
the next month. Now, but I'll tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting that the city would do it because the revenue they're losing. I shouldn't have brought that up.
I think
If
they're
anyone
getting
from the
more.
city
No,
is
you're
listening,
getting more money.
I think they're
City.
getting more.
City,
I
you're
think they're
getting
getting more.
so much money.
with the app.
I think so because I'll be like 15 minutes, bah, do it. But sometimes I'll be
Oh,
like,
I
I don't have the
see.
change. I don't know.
I overpaid the
Oh,
other
I
day.
see.
Yeah, I was because I was going to see a play and I knew the running time, but I thought, well, maybe if I stay afterward and say hi to someone, so I
Yeah.
paid more. So they did get a little bit more money from me.
Okay.
Trevor
Well,
Martin says it's the most important app on his phone.
There you go.
I agree, Trevor Martin.
And here's another thing: when you're doing your taxes at the end of the year, just go in, go and look, and it's all right there.
Yeah.
For you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't need to be like $3.10.
All those like
$7.15.
I
Which
know.
we've all just done or are doing right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I did mine, and it's horrific.
It is. Yeah. I
Because-
actually started watching The Good Wife doing my taxes one year to
Did
just
you?
bring it all full
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was,
That's a good show to watch.
Yeah.
For the judges.
yes.
The judges on the Good. Have you watched the Good Wife?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, the judges are the best. Whoever decided to do that, be
Yeah.
like,
They're also
we're gonna have
quirky and-
quirky, funny,
Yep.
weirdo judges. It's just so great.
No.
And a lot of the guest lawyers too are all like
Yeah.
really interesting characters.
Oh, Michael J. Fox was
Yeah.
so,
Oh,
what
I
a
know.
sleazy, great
Yeah.
character. he
So
was.
great, like
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and I know for myself, I got to have like wonderful feelings about that because you're like, oh, it's like I kind of you see Michael J. Fox, and for me, I think of Michael J. Fox as like Back to the Future and his
And
young
Family
kind
Ties,
of, and then
yeah.
to see him like that on camera, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited that you're living with this disability on camera, and it's so great,
Yeah.
and then you're such an ass,
And yeah.
and
Yes,
it's just
and
like
he's-
And
Yes.
the characters using the
Yes.
disability.
Yeah, it's
so
such a-
despicably. Yes,
It was
it's
well written. It's
fantastic.
so wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so risky. It's so wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah, the good fight is good.
Yeah.
It really
I gotta say
is.
those
Okay.
those creators, I think they're a husband and wife team, the people who created The Good Wife, and then who
Oh, yeah,
created,
they are,
Robert
actually.
and I forget her name, but yeah, the Kings.
I was
But
kind
they're
of
great.
kicking and screaming going into watching that show. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if this is my thing. I don't know. And then I was like, I like it. I like it.
It's great.
Right now I'm watching a Spanish Downton Abbey called Grand Hotel.
What is
where
happening?
I am telling you,
Oh my goodness.
they slap each other every 5 minutes.
Yes!
To the point where, and the son, but mother, slap, slap. So I said to my husband, oh my God, because we have a gym in our house that I work out on every day. And I have my guilty gym, and it's top shows that I watch when he's out of town, guilty pleasures, then gym.
Yeah.
Which is really the low.
Guilty gym you can't put together.
guilty-
No. You just do what you need to do
That's right, yeah.
to get through it.
Yeah.
One day I came in, went online and went, Grand Hotel, put an S in, slap happy, slap video, slap, like 50 sites about the slapping.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
It
I
is
need
fantastic. And the lead guy in it, this young man, don't know his name, it's Spanish. He's like the Spanish Matt Bomer.
Oh, wow.
Stunningly beautiful.
Okay.
And the lead girl, stunningly beautiful. But it's lots of, you're there.
Yes, and we're here.
We're talking. You can't see or hear us.
No.
And then if we catch you, slap! And then you'll slap me, and then we'll go down the hall and we'll slap passersby.
Oh my God. Please.
It is slap happy
This whole
Spanish
night.
television.
Because we were talking about soap operas earlier.
We were talking about soap operas earlier because I'm hosting at Hot Docs. I host Q&As after the movies, and I watched this documentary called Back to a Genoa City about The Young and the Restless. And my family, I grew up on Young and the Restless. It was the thing my grandmother and I talked about. My grandmother spoke no English, but knew exactly what was happening on The Young and the Restless. And my dad now is obsessed with The Young and the Restless, does not miss it. And so it's this documentary about this guy whose grandparents are obsessed with The Young and the Restless. There you go. And I think so. We were talking about soap operas and how enduring they are, and how and exciting they are to watch.
Yeah, because when I was in Cape Town, I was shooting something in Cape Town, and I couldn't stop watching this African soap opera.
Yeah.
It was the best.
Yeah.
And only half of it is in English. Not even. 25% of it's in English, right? Because you're trying to make it... It's not subtitled.
Yeah.
I was,
my
addicted.
God.
When I was a kid, we watched a soap opera called Maria de Nadia, which was a Mexican soap opera dubbed in Italian. So all the actors were Mexican, but it was dubbed Italian, and I would go over to my grandmother's house and we would sit and watch it together. And I spoke some Italian because I spoke it to her and I learned it in school. But I didn't always understand what was happening. But you didn't need to.
Oh, no.
You know?
No.
Same with, do you watch Jane the Virgin?
No.
It's such a great show.
That's
Is
another
it?
show that I'm going to go,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
It's a political
Just
show.
because of the
There's
name.
so much about the politics of immigration, of representation, but it's also a send-up of telenovelas, and it's this wonderful procedural. It's quite delightful.
Okay, I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
like this
Highly
then.
recommend Jane the Virgin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
My family
I
was an
will
All My
go for
Children
it.
family. And Coronation Street.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Helen
love-
and I, when we met, we were All My Children.
Love All My Children.
Erica Kane.
Yes, Erica Kane. Listen, I watched most of them. So
And now I'm watching.
let's face it.
Now I'm watching the Spanish ones. Aquí, por favor.
Aquí, por favor. Okay, I can't wait. I gotta check it out.
Aquí, por favor.
So good. Perfect title. Oh my goodness. This has been such a blast.
Oh, so
it
wonderful.
has
McGrath, thank you
We're
for
at the
coming on
end.
the
Thank you,
show.
guys.
Our pleasure.
I'm so happy you were
So
here.
yes.
Me
So
too.
great.
It goes so
It's been fun.
quickly.
I'm
Can't
done.
believe it's done.
Super does go quickly.
I
No,
know.
and we don't know who's won all the sports.
All the
Who's won all the
games.
sports?
Yeah.
And who's singing all the songs on all the procedurals?
Don't know.
We're gonna find out.
Hype to Grand Hotel, the Slapathon Spanish.
That's Matt.
Spanish
Matt's
downtown.
doing
Oh,
this.
that's great.
We
No,
want
it's
to
crazy.
thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Yes, very
stay
soon.
tuned to our Facebook page. That's where you'll find all of the information about our upcoming guests.
Yes, of course, if you would like to follow us on Patreon and become one of our patrons, we have a lot of really cool stuff that we are doing for our patrons there, so go and check it out for sure.
Yes.
I think it's patreon.com/hype.
Yeah.
And also, please rate the page.
Yes.
Rate the page. If you watch it on Facebook, rate the page. Tell us how what you think of it. If you're listening to it on Podbean or iTunes, go and rate it there, because all of those little ratings go in to help to support the show so that we can bring on more wonderful women and hype it and just get the word out there and try to bring some positivity and some light and some wonderfulness.
Yes. Agreed.
And hype to the Hype Night team.
Ah, thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
It still tastes like wolves.
It'll always taste like wolves.
Boom,